Well, guys, we've made a lot of products here out in the Riverbend Springs farm. I mean, look at the warehouse. It's absolutely packed with pretty much everything you can think of. This is awesome. Let's go make some money today. You know what? I think we should start off with the eggs. You know, I mean, they're going to go bad the first, right? So let's get rid of... That's a lot of eggs. Let's see what we get out of them. Selling them off at the bakery. Let's get some money. Today we're going to be selling a lot of stuff. We're starting with the eggs with almost $100,000 in the old bank account right out of the chute. Hey, that ain't bad at all. Let's go back up to the farm and see what else we got. We got a few things here, guys. We got a full truckload here. Yeah. This is crazy. Look at the little red devils on the end here. We've got tomatoes, strawberries. I mean, we got milk. We've got, I don't even know, every single veggie you could possibly think of. Ridiculous. I'm just saying, and that's not even all of it. That's only the stuff that's selling right now in March, or in January, sorry. That's like the best prices right now for all the stuff we have. We still have mushrooms and well, we got some bales, of course, still, but oil, like, there's still a ton of stuff here that we have to sell off. Let me move this thing out of the way so we can kind of get down there. We're trying to sell off when it's at the best possible prices now. We're kind of changed our strategy around a little bit, and so now we're kind of waiting until things are at the best possible price. So right now that truck full, guys, that's all the best possible prices. Now I've got to go, I think, 3 different locations to sell all that stuff off. Yeah, that's kind of a pain. We need a better system for that at some point, but whatever. All right, let's get on the road. You can see, look at all the goods we have on this thing. Yeah, we've got to make some stops. We got the farmer's market to go to first, so let's just slowly get down this hill because it's a little bit of weight on the old International. Just gotta kind of get down this hill. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Come on now. As long as I can steer. That's the problem we're having. As soon as we get some weight on this thing, the steering kind of, you guys see what's going on. Yep. That's what always seems to happen. It's all right. You just gotta take some time with it. Be very methodical. You're hanging out with the best driver in Farm Sim here, right? Best driver in Farm Sim. Just gotta take her easy, and we'll be totally fine. Come on, just cut cool around the corner, please. Take the corner. Did we get? Yeah, we're good. Oh, don't you dare hit me. Okay, we're good. All right, let's get going. All right, so just a short drive down into the valley. We're starting off, like I said, the farmer's market, the big old farmer's market. That's our first point of sale, I guess. Yeah, let's unload this thing. Like I said, I've got to spread everything out, so I guess we're gonna have to unload like one at a time all the stuff off this truck. All right, that's what we got left. Let's figure out. Okay, so that's all back loaded again. We go back inside. We got green onions was the big seller here, but I also sold some cake and there was a couple other things as well, to be perfectly honest. But apparently, it's only green onions that get stocked in here. You guys know I got like 3 other things I brought for you, right? I guess nobody wants to sell that stuff. I don't know why. That's better than the green onions. Let's get the heck out of here before they try to ask for a refund. You can see we've still got a few more things to try to go sell off here, guys. It's going to be a little bit more. Let's go down. Let me think here. Restaurant? Yeah, the restaurant's going to take, I think, most of it. I think the majority of the rest of this stuff's going to the restaurant. So I know I've got a couple good sales there, and then we got one more place to go after that. But restaurant first, so we've got to go down the valley and then over, right, basically on the river. That's the old riverboat restaurant. I think they have like a casino and stuff in there. It's down by the museum too, actually, which is another interesting thing we probably could talk about. Yeah, that museum. I mean, we did all of the work in it. We got it up and running, and they still haven't opened the doors yet. We can't get into it. I don't know what's going on with that museum. I feel like we kind of got hosed on that. All the effort we put into it. You know what? Oh well, whatever. You know what? I'm not going to worry about it. Not a big deal. Just, you know what? I try to help out the community, and I mean, at least we did that. But it'd be nice if we could have got some bit of gratitude for it, right? Oh, easy. There we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we got to sell off a bunch of the stuff down here to the restaurant, like I said. So once again, same as before, we're gonna have to unstrap some stuff and then hand bomb some stuff over here to the restaurant, I guess, one at a time. Hopefully we make some good money, but I mean, we're doing pretty good on ourselves already. All right, truck is unloaded. Another 60 some grand, I guess, 50 grand, something along those lines by the time it's all said and done. You can still see we've got quite a bit of stuff here to sell still, guys. I got one more place to go sell all this stuff still. All right, let's get away from the restaurant here. It's always kind of depressing down here in the spring when all the trees are kind of dead and dying. It's so much better in the summertime when you're down here, but the spring and the winter, it's just, like everything's I wonder what kind of business they get down here this time of year. It just seems like it wouldn't be a great place to come right now. Hopefully they can refrigerate all the stuff I just sent to them because, oh boy, come on back. There we go. Yeah, it's just not great right now. Well, anyways, let's get this all back off. We got one more place to go sell this to, and it's actually not even close to us, guys. We're taking the train. We're taking the train. Everything's got to be. Oh boy, if we can get there. If we can get there, we're taking the train. Goldcrest Valley. We thought Elm Creek would have been better, but we got to get back into town. See if we can get over there, and we'll get to the logistics center and load up the train with, well, the rest of this, which is actually quite a bit more than I was expecting. Please turn, please turn, please turn. There we go. Good, good, good. Yeah, I was expecting not to have this much stuff going by train at this point in time, but I was looking at the prices, and yeah, the Goldcrest Valley has got the best prices, I guess. So, I mean, we're gonna have to pay a logistics fee to move it by train, of course. But what do? It's only gonna be like $1,000, and we're gonna make well, way more than that, right? At least be better. Holy, easy, passing on a double solids. All right, we're coming in, guys. Riverbend Springs right ahead of us. Let's go pull into the old logistics center and see if we can get this thing loaded up. Easy, just easy. Come on, down around the corner. And nice and easy. Yeah, there we go. Just make sure we can still steer. It's a little less, so lots of weight off now, so it's a little easier to get around. I'll pull right on inside and we'll meet up with the train. So, that should do. Excellent. All right, perfect. Pull right on through. You know what? We could just leave this here. Let's leave her right inside here for now, and then we'll get this thing all unloaded. Should be a little bit easier than before, maybe? Train's here, guys. Train has arrived and loaded. Not the nicest loading we've ever done, but hey, you know what? Let's go for a ride. We'll take the train with us. We'll go for a trip on the old locomotive here. You know, it's not very often you get to do this. I mean, I guess they're gonna let me drive this thing. You know what? Last time I drove one of these, it didn't end well, but I think we're good on this train. This thing goes good, pretty good speed. All the way to the end, we're gonna go sell off all these goods. And I'm really curious to see how much we make on this load going to, like I said, going over to I always want to say Elm Creek. It's not going to Elm Creek, it's going to Goldcrest Valley. You would think it'd be Elm Creek, wouldn't you? You would think it'd be Elm Creek. Maybe Westbridge Hills? Leave me a comment. Where would be the best place to sell? Elm Creek? Westbridge Hills? What else? Ravenport? I don't know. I'm kind of partial to Elm Creek right now, I have to admit. Oh, I think we're almost there. We're almost there. What do we got for, what are we going to make? Yep. And, oh boy. There they go. Okay, I was going to say. Okay, that's not too bad at all. Not too bad. 150,000. Yeah, that's not bad at all. I'll take it. Great, guys. That's actually pretty good for us. I'm pretty happy with that. We're up to 430,000-ish. We started before selling anything was, what was it, like 70 grand? So, pretty good sale. You know what really kind of cranks my gears, guys? We just can't tell like what we made per product, and it's just a stab in the dark right now on what's profitable and what's not, what I'm making the most money on. Like, I mean, I kind of know, but a lot of the goods I'd like to know more on. We need to find a way. You know what? Do I need to break out a spreadsheet and really start figuring this stuff out? I don't know if that doesn't sound like something I really want to do, but maybe it is. Maybe that's something we should do. Let me think about that for a bit. Maybe next year we'll break out some kind of a spreadsheet and we'll really start figuring out how much we're making off each one of our goods in the long run and see what's really making us the money. Speaking of which, you know what? We're not selling silage bales anymore, guys. I've got some bales in here, silage and hay. We're not going to sell silage anymore. We're going to start using our silage bales for our cattle. That's right. We're going to see if our milk can make a bit more money. So we're going to start making TMR. We're going to start making some TMR. We got to figure out exactly what the rate ratio is going to be, of course, with this. That's always the fun part, right? Yeah. So we've got silage bales, we've got hay bales, of course we got straw bales still sitting over there we haven't been touching. So we should be able to do all this. You know what? One thing I'm going to need is mineral feed. I totally forgot to get the mineral feed. I think you can just get I mean, it's a minor bonus, but I mean, if we're going to be doing this, we might as well do it. If we're doing it, we might as well do it. Can I get this thing higher than this? Oh, that's not close enough. All right, get it all the way in. Oh yeah, there we go. Just have to kind of do a coast up. You know what? There's a solution for this. I don't need to do what I just did there. Hang on a second. If I grab the bale at the very bottom of the bale, then I should be able to get it. If you don't grab it up to the halfway point or higher, That's just the Kubota is not exactly the tallest piece of machinery. There we go. See, look at that. There's plenty of distance now. You just got to get out of the bale. Let's just toss that guy in there. So we'll go one for one. Hey, really? Come on, just give her a little nudge. Can I just nudge it in? Just nudge it. There we go. Perfect. 1 for 1. There we go. I like that. So yeah, we should be able to go one silage bale, one hay bale, and now I've got more silage bales and hay bales. So I'm going to start with the silage first. So silage and hay bales could be like 50-50 pretty much, right? Or if I do it right, maybe like two silage, one hay. What do we got? Okay, so that's okay right there. You can see the ratios are setting up as it's munching that last bale in there. Okay, that's good. That's good. You know what I'm thinking, guys? We could probably get a straw bale in there as well. Just like just filler. It's pretty much a filler bale, right? But you got to have some straw in there, of course. So let's go grab that straw bale. I'm pretty sure beforehand we didn't need to put straw in. You could put straw in, but it looks like now we have to put straw in. I'm not quite sure yet. But whatever, I've got the straw bales, so we'll put one in there as well. And like I said, I still need mineral feed, so that means before I do anything, I'm going to have to go down and go pick up some mineral feed, of course, as well. So that's kind of a pain, but whatever. We'll grab a couple pallets of that and see how that works out. But anyways, so we got two silage, one straw, and one hay going in here. That's going to should be pretty close to being perfect, I do believe. And there you go. So we're all green now. That looks good. And yeah, we've got some TMR, looks like right now. Now I want to add, like I said, the mineral feed so that we can maximize the food and make sure that the cattle are actually maximizing the amount of milk they're making for us. That's kind of key. Oh boy, that's pretty close to being too much straw. Anyways, there's our mineral feed. We got 4 pallets of it, like I said. We'll fill up a little bit in there. Fill up just a touch of it. There we go. So we got a little bit of it. I don't know if it matters, but we're in the green, so it's all matters. We got green all the way down. So we've got some total mixed ration. I guess it's the best you can make it right there. Yeah, that'll do. So let's go feed these guys, and hopefully guys, this makes a bit of a difference. I mean, we're making a decent amount of milk right now. I have no idea if it's going to be that much, if it's going to be noticeable in the grand scheme of things. I'm not going to be bottling it, but we're going to be selling it down to the dairy. And if we keep on going forward, maybe what we should do is actually buy a big dairy right in town. If we're making that much milk, that could be something we do, because we're just bottling the milk up here. We do need it for some of our other production, so that's why we're kind of doing the bottled milk right up at the farm here. We have these two stations up here, but I don't know. Maybe that's something we can consider going forward, but so far so good. All right, guys, there you go. Cattle have been fed. Look at that. Okay, so 33,000 liters of, TMR right now. That should last them a couple of days at least, so we shouldn't have to worry about that for a little bit, but you know what? It's time maybe to move ahead, and you know what? Nothing else stuff to do today. So once April comes, we got one more field to plant, and there's one thing you guys have been asking me to do, and that's plant more rice. And just like that, April is here, and of course, guys, of course it's raining. Ugh, you know what? That field behind me, that's what we're supposed to be planting right now. But of course, the rain had to dampen my spirits. Oh well, we got some other stuff I can kind of take care of. I mean, look at these blue skies, though. Why? The skies are perfectly blue, yet it's still raining out. You know what? Let's prep this up. It don't matter. We're gonna get the white down below, and I gotta go get my planter or my seeder, make sure it's ready to go as well. I feel like the rain is definitely gonna be stopping here at some point, nonetheless a little bit, but you know what? We're not gonna be planting when it's raining, because that just makes a mess. Let's grab the Great Plains. There we go. We could use some fertilizer, a little bit of seed maybe as well. Yeah, that's all good. That's all good. We got lots of seed here, so we can grab the seed that's just inside the barn. Just pull up the side. We'll load that up. Perfect. There we go. We're full of seed again. I mean, it's just sitting right in behind here. That's the easy way for us to load. Fertilizer though, I do have some fertilizer up here. It's all back in my fertilizer pellet sprayer, the Burdell. I don't really feel like unloading it. So, you know what, we'll leave the fertilizer in that. And what we can do, guys, is we could just simply go down to the farmer's market. They sell fertilizer and they sell lime right there, which is super convenient. Super convenient. So we're gonna head down there. Easy. Just come around the corner, get our hazards on there. We'll head all the way down to the farmer's market. We're gonna pick up, I mean, we've done enough business down there. It's all good. Spent a couple $1,000 on fertilizer for planting this field, and you know what? We got to come down this way anyways. Really, the field's down here, guys. But I'm in the process of adding more down here. In fact, what you didn't know, because we didn't talk about this, we actually bought the second field right down in here as well. We are slowly taking over this whole section, guys. We're really starting to corner the market down here. In this farmer's market that we're buying from right now, there's going to be nothing left of them in a bit. Like, I think the writings on the wall, you guys saw how much goods they had inside there earlier. We're taking them down. We're taking them down real good right now. Let's screw up some fertilizer. Perfect. Excellent. Yeah, we're knocking them down a few pegs. I think they only own the stuff to the north now. There's nothing to the south, or is it north, south? Anyways, so we have all the fields just up, well, with the rice field we're working on right now. We own both the fields up there. I'm planning on maybe buying the one off to the east as well, actually. So they're going to own nothing up here at some point in time. It's just kind of the smaller fields that go down to the river, which maybe at some point we can knock those guys out of their way too. Who knows? All right, and then we go. Let's kind of climb up the hill here, over through this little grass meadow by the old dilapidated barn. Yeah, there we go. So that's a wheat field right on my right there, over on the right-hand side. We own that as well. It was already planted, but it wasn't sprayed, so we sprayed some herbicide on it. Couldn't fertilize it. It's fully fertilized, but needed herbicide. I think it needs lime as well next year. We're going to worry about that once we can harvest it, of course, but really what we're worried about today, guys, is this field right here. This is the field we're worried about. I want to plant the rice all in this one once again, and this is a good-sized field. I think this might be our biggest field. The rice has seemed like it did okay. I want to really focus on making sure we maximize this time what we can do in this. So once it stops raining, we'll get in here. I mean, will I need to fertilize it? Actually, we won't even need to fertilize. It's already 50%. We're going to fertilize as we plant. We just got to make sure that we pump some water in there. But we'll see. Waiting for this field to dry out. I think we're good now, guys. I think we're good. We just waited like half an hour, and it looks like it's good to go. So let's get into this field. Let's see if we can get this thing all planted. I don't know how far we're going to get into this with what we currently have. Seed and fertilizer in this. I have a funny feeling we're gonna have to go buy something. You know what? Fortunately, fertilizer is pretty close. Seed, we do have some seed still up at the farm, so if I need more seed, we can just run up there and grab it. And this is the last field I need to do for this whole planting season. Since we've already planted the stuff in the fall, the wheat field beside me was pre-planted. It wasn't me that had to do it. Everything's working out for us right now. This is just the last field I need to worry about. We've already sold off all the goods that are due in April. So yeah, the warehouse is kind of empty right now, and we're just constantly going to rebuild it up until next year again, which will be fairly easy. I still need to do some haying at some point as well, though. Yeah, we're going to need some hay pretty quickly, I think. Once again, we're skipping rows on our planting just because I can't turn quite sharp enough at the end of my rows here to get right next to each other. So whatever, we're skipping rows, which works out totally fine with what we're doing. The white is getting a little bit mild down. We're putting a few hours on this, few miles on this thing as well. I'm going to be needing a larger tractor at some point. Love this tractor. This white has been a great tractor for us as our main utility tractor, our main farming tractor for a while. But anything kind of larger work, right? As far as plowing, of course, even planting, baling, whatever it is. The John Deere, of course, hasn't been used all that much for a lot of that stuff. We've been relegating that to really easier tasks. Of course, now we have the Kubota as well, which has been taking some of the heat off the white here, but still not that much. The white is still my go-to tractor for a lot of work out here as we zip around. Okay, well, we're almost halfway done. But yeah, at some point in time, if we keep on expanding these fields, I was tempted. I'm looking at the bank account, $350,000. I could buy something, but I think I want to expand a couple other things first. You know what? We just got cattle going with the TMR right now. We've got this rice field down here. We've got another field off to my side there, the wheat field, which I'm planning on doing something different with. But you know what? We're going to have to spend some money on that actually as well. But I digress. I'm trying not to spend all my money right out of the chute this time, but soon. Yeah. All right. Out of fertilizer. We still got 25% seed left. Just no more fertilizer. Let's go back down to the farmer's market there. Where can I get through right here? Yeah, down below. Sneak through this gate. Easy does it. Easy does it. And away we go. Up to the farmer's market. We're going to grab some more fertilizer. Like I said, it's super convenient having this down here because it's just a quick drive for, well, any of the fields I have down here. So if we kind of get another field down here and just focus more of our time down in this neck of the woods, might be even better off. That being said, we do have the one canola field that's on the very far other side of the county. Kind of a pain, but it's a good sized field, and we got that for relatively cheap. So, it is what it is, and we've got all the bees and stuff on that as well. That's making us some honey. Speaking of which, honey's not making us all that much. If you ever do honeys on your farm, you're gonna need a lot of hives, I think, to have any kind of a profit off it. I'm just not noticing much of a profit off the honey. I think I've gotten one pallet out of it so far, and it's been over a year now. It's been a year. It's got to be close to over a year now that we've first put down our first hives, and we've actually put one more hive down by the main farm because we do have one more canola field we're growing this year. So I wanted to put a hive close to that canola to make sure it maximized that field, of course, as well. So, anyways, I'm not getting a lot. Now, that being said, the hives are relatively inexpensive, no upkeep, and they're easy to run. But there's just not a lot of profit in there. I was hoping to get more, but maybe at some point we'll have to do something special with the honey. For now, it just seems a little bit of a it's a little bit of a waste, but whatever. Anyways, let's get back in here, back through this line. We got one more row here, it looks like. Yeah, one row, and we're working our way back down, and we'll have this field done in no time now. Last couple passes, guys, should take us another 10-15 minutes, and that should be about it. We've got last little bit here, guys. Field relatively easy to plant. We take a quick look around, flip this one more time, and that's going to do us for this field. Once we I knocked it in neutral. There we go. Once we get down through this far side here, that's it. With lots of fertilizer left, and more than enough seed to get through the rest of this. That's good to know. We didn't have to spend any more money on seed, at least this planting season. I think I'm down to my last pallet, so I'll probably just buy some seed going forward in the fall here when we have to replant some stuff. We're looking pretty good for that. Looks good. I mean, this field, I was curious to see, like, we need to take care of this field this time. We only flooded twice last year. I wasn't on top of it last year. Now this year, I've got mental notes. I've got alarms set that I come down here and I flood a little bit more often, because I think we could have got one more flood in and got a little bit better yield. So I'll let you guys know how that turns out for us, but I don't think we flooded enough last year, and that was the problem. I could be wrong, but we'll find out soon enough. Field is done finally. All right, guys, that's it. Our barley field looking, it's looking okay considering we didn't do much work on this. I mean, 87% is what it's saying I'm gonna get off that. Over here, we're doing a little bit better. Of course, we got to deal with flooding on that one. This field, the wheat field's good to go. Nothing left to do over there. Of course, it's fully fertilized. We've done the herbicide. Like I said, there's no lime on that one, so it is what it is. You know what? We're gonna come down and roll that this rice field as well. This is something I completely always forget about doing. Like, I always talk, oh yeah, what do we got for, when are we going to average for our percentages here? Okay, that's not bad. We make sure we fertilize, and we make sure we do our herbicide, make sure we take care of the weeds. And then I look back, and I've got the roller sitting back at the farm, like, oh yeah, that roller, we could have definitely got a little bit better yield if I just would have been thinking about it. So we got the Kubota hooked up to our roller. It's probably one of the pieces of equipment we just have not been using enough, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm pretty decent about it, but man, I forget all the time. We're forgetting all the time to roll out our fields. So this is going to help a little bit. I don't think we rolled it last year, so yeah, this year we're getting that done. Maximizing these fields, guys, and like I said, getting that pump running more often than not is going to be key for this year as well, because I really want to make sure that we maximize the yield off this rice. We're running a little low on rice up at the farm, since we are making so many products with it. We've got, 4 or 5 different products. Stuff with the rice flour, we've got rice oil, isn't it, as well? And then you've got stuff in the preserve factory as well. There is rice going everywhere. Rice flour has been a little on the slow side. The normal flour, it's making normal flour pretty decently, and it's enough to keep both the bakery and what else is the preserve factory stocked with flour. But the rice flour is just, I can't make enough of it right now. It's too slow. And I'm very tempted to make another flour mill. See if we can double up the amount of flour we're making. And that's something I might have to consider doing here in the very near future. We'll have to wait and see how much rice we have sitting in our silos here after this harvest. But yeah, last little bit. One more pass left to do. You can see all the spots on here, guys, and I think that was just the spots where we got low yields from me not pumping enough water in here. You can see the lighter spots in the soil. I'm pretty sure that's what that was, but I don't know enough about rice yet. It's not something I'm all that proficient in, I have to admit. So if you guys have any recommendations, if you guys are regular rice farmers, let me know down in the comments if that's true or not. I still got a half decent yield off it, but if you were with us previous back in the fall when we harvested this field, I started off with really high hopes for the rice, and it turned into, yeah, you know what? We didn't quite get as much as I thought we would out of that. I mean, I don't think we got more than, was it 30,000 plus like another 10 or 15, something like that. So it was like, I think it was around 50,000 liters of rice in total off this field. I had expectations that the yield would be quite a bit higher than that, especially when we did the first pass and we were already, 15% full on the combine. It would seem like we should get more. Anyways, let's just get this thing off now. When I wrap this up, guys, you got to make sure we're all the way off the field, because the way it doesn't wrap up all that nice, and those tires will drag into my field. Let's see if we can just get it right off to the edge here and see if we can wrap this up now. Because the tires will drop down, and if you're in the field at all, it'll make a big old divot in there. And I try to keep my fields looking good, keep it all planted nice now that we're rolling it out. Last thing I want to do is make a big old divot in the middle of it from the tires being drugged through it. So, all right, that is it for this field. We won't be able to put any water in it for the time being, but maybe tonight, maybe around like midnight, I'm thinking. Just thinking around midnight for some reason, and we'll come back down and take a look at it then. Let's put all this stuff back away. Gotta back this roller back up into its little parking spot up here. So far, farm's looking fairly well. I feel like we're kind of running out of space. I mean, I don't plan on demolishing any of these buildings right now, and everything is kind of has its place for where we are right now. All our tractors do fit in the barns we have for them, but it's a little tight. I would love to have the swather fit into one of these barns, but the swather is just too big. It doesn't fit in anything. So that self-propelled swather is parked. Oh, watch out for the. I might have to build a new barn if I keep on backing into this one. That self-propelled swather maybe we'll have to build a barn for that at some point in time. The one thing I would like to do is maybe another warehouse for all my goods out here. We've got wrap, we got pallets of stuff, and plus everything. Maybe another warehouse might be in our futures here. You know what? Speaking of a warehouse, guys, I want to build what I'm planning with this field. I want to put the wet rice in this field, but that means I've got to make some space. So, boom. Speaking of warehouses, that old dilapidated building is gone. So instead of having that there, my plan is this: we're going to put down some greenhouses for rice. We're gonna put down some wild rice, some rice sapling greenhouses down here. And my plan is once we harvest the field that's right in front of us, then we can use the wet rice on this. We'll see how this works out for us. I'm going to need to make sure we save some money because I'm going to need at least one planter, maybe two planters. We're also going to need a rice harvester as well for that. So I need to make sure we save a little bit of money on this stuff because I can't go forward like crazy and do that. All right, those look pretty good. Relatively inexpensive as well. Kind of, I like that. Let's make this look pretty, shall we? Like, we got to make this look a little bit better. It just looks like someone just kind of slapped these greenhouses down without thinking about it. And plus, they shouldn't be like asphalt or concrete down here, right? Gotta have more of a dirt look, I think, for greenhouses down in this neck of the woods. They can have the dirt, the concrete or the asphalt path that goes up and around, but this one here has got to be all dirtified. I think has got to be the key word for this. Just kind of ease it all in and make it look a little bit better. You know what? There is a mod actually out right now that if you look in the mod hub for PC users, I believe only, but it will give you access to more ground textures, which I highly recommend. Currently, I'm using just the base texture, but we'll often make it look a little bit better in a bit here as we kind of go forward. But you might notice I have a bit more textures. Mod Hub does have access to that. So take a look at the Mod Hub. You'll find that it's got a bunch more textures for decorating your farm, which really help with the base game textures. Once again, we kind of feel like we didn't get enough of those on base game. But anyways, if you're looking for more textures, check a look at the Mod Hub. I'm just saying. I made sure it's not too bad, actually. I was worried that this was going to be too much of an angle, but we're okay there. I didn't flatten any terrain out. And it doesn't look terrible. It's the greenhouse is an open air greenhouse to some degree, so I'm not too concerned. That looks all right. And we'll just put a little bit of grass around the doors, so spots where make it look like it's actually like an actual place. You know, you're walking in and out of the doors, and that's worn down, but there's grass everywhere else. That looks nice. I like that. And last one, do the same thing down over here. Perfect. And I think that looks decent right there, guys. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this kind of looks. We'll see. We'll see if we end up having to fix some of this. Need to get rid of some of this asphalt that's in the corner here. But yeah, not bad, not bad, not bad. You know what? One more thing we got left to do, though, of course. And that's get these things operational. I mean, just sitting here is not doing me any good, is it? So let's get these things up and running. Of course, we want our rice saplings. We'll activate that, and we'll activate the watering as well. So I'm not going to deal with watering. We'll activate automatic watering, which will automatically deduct money, but it will make sure that these are always watered. I don't have to worry about them. They're just done. Yeah, once again, I have to do that. We just don't have the time to come down here and water constantly. Plus, we no longer have the trailer. We sold off the trailer. I do have access to free water, so if I was really worried about money, yeah, we would do it that way, but I'm not too worried. This will be fine. We're going to pay for water and make sure these guys get all done. All right, let's let this go for a bit and make sure these are all working just perfectly. Look at that. We already got some rice saplings. I mean, not a lot, but it's a start. We have a little bit of time before we can get into this field anyways, so this is all good. We'll have enough rice, hopefully, for planting season. I wonder if rice saplings are worth anything. Can we sell these off, too? I have no idea. Huh. Interesting. All right, guys. Rice is gone through in the middle of the night. I told you I'd come back down here at midnight. You know what time? You know what that means, all right? We got to flood this thing. We got to flood the field, of course. Let's make sure we get some water in this. I told you I had to come down at midnight and make sure we take care of this. So as soon as we had a little bit of growth in this field, we're down here flooding now. I'm going to make sure we're on top of this time because I think last year I missed a little bit of yield because I just wasn't on top of flooding my fields. Not going to happen this year. It's not going to happen. Well, it might happen. All right, let's go back for start of day. You can see we still got some water. Still got a little bit of water in there. Oh, yeah, look at that. We got rice is looking decent. I think it's okay, guys. I mean, looks good to me. It's up to my ankles. That's all right. And it says 53% flooded. Okay, so 53% over the last, 6-7 hours since we last done it. So hopefully later on today, I'll come back down. We'll check on our saplings once again, which we have a pallet on each one already. We'll check on the rice later on today as well. Yeah, see, it's all coming together. This is going to be great. We've got the long grain rice working out. We're going to have short grain rice out of this wheat field in a bit here. Yeah, see, it's all coming together. We got plans. Wheat field I don't need, but I can use it. I could use a straw for sure now with the TMR, right? See, it's all coming together, guys. Big plans on the old Riverbend Springs farm. So let's finish off. We're going to feed the cattle one more time, of course. And I'm trying to figure out, we can't do anything really till harvest season now. Most of the goods this time of year don't sell for a very good profit. For the most part, there's the odds and ends. But like a big sale like we had earlier back in, was it January through March? We're not going to have that again for a bit. So just tending to my cattle, tending to my sheep. We got our chickens still. And now we've got all the greenhouses, plus the new greenhouses we've just got to kind of keep an eye on, not to mention our rice field. And we've got lots of busy work still left to go here. A lot of choring on this farm going on, guys. I'm telling you. So that's going to do it for us today. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Drop a like if you did. Don't forget to subscribe if you're newer on the channel. Guys, we got lots of work coming up that's going to be pretty good. I want to see how these rice fields are going to work out. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on the next video. And we'll see you guys then, all right? Have a good one, guys. This is Klutch. Over and out.